I'm Sydney, the Wildflower Mama, and today I'm going to show you how to make this strawberry lush layer cake. So I've got all my tools here. We've got my turntable. I've got all of my other little tools laid out here on my towel. I've got my bench scraper, 3 angled spatulas, 2 silicone purple spatulas. I have 2 types of buttercream that I've already made up. A soft buttercream, definitely doesn't have a cat hair sticking off of it. A stiff buttercream. For this series, cakes with pudding in it, I'm not gonna be showing the baking. We're really just assembling the cake. If you wanna get my cake recipes for any of these cakes or any of these fillings, they will be on my website. The link will be below the video here for whichever cake we're doing. All right, so the first cake in our series is gonna be a take on strawberry Lush Dessert. You know, strawberry Cool Whip pudding-y dessert with golden Oreos, and it's really tasty. So that is what I'm turning into a layer cake today. I don't even really like strawberries that much. I don't like fresh strawberries. I like strawberry jam, which has way more sugar. I already have my cake layers baked and chilled. I made these a couple days ago, put them in the freezer, then moved them to the fridge so that they could temper down or temperature down or what, I don't know. I will have the link below the video here. You can click on that, get the vanilla cake recipe. This is just my vanilla cake recipe with golden Oreos in it, but I will have a post for that vanilla cake recipe and then a separate post explaining all of the fillings, all of the add-ins to create this particular strawberry lush layer cake. Let's go ahead and get started putting this all together. This is the pudding, I guess you would call it the lush of the strawberry lush. The recipe will be in that link below. And then I've got some strawberry preserves and our crushed up Oreos. So I made up a batch of stiff buttercream and a batch of softer buttercream. I usually like my buttercream to be on the softer side for decorating, but if you are going to be stacking a layer cake that's filled with some softer fillings like pudding or jam, I definitely recommend a nice stiff buttercream to make that dam, to keep those fillings nice and secure in there. All right, so you can see that my cake layer is baked nice and flat, which is kind of crucial for this recipe. You really don't want to have to do much trimming off the top because I have this golden Oreo crust in there. A question I get pretty often is how do you get these flat tops on your cakes? My cakes always, you know, get domed at the top or they bubble up or they're really uneven. My tip for you is to use cake strips. They are just these like strips of fabric that you soak in water, you get them nice and wet, and then you wrap them around your cake pan and you bake them in the oven, and it helps the cakes to bake super, super evenly, and it prevents that uneven baking, which causes that doming and that rising in the center, which then you need to level the cakes. So I always get flat tops when I use my cake strips. I don't remember the last time that I didn't use them. I'm gonna start by putting just a dollop of the stiff buttercream in the center of the turntable. I will have all of my tools linked below the video here so that you can shop all of the exact tools that I used. This is just gonna act as a glue for that first layer of cake to keep it from sliding around. So we're gonna place the cakes with the Oreo crust up in the center of our cake board. I'm just gonna make a border around the outside here. So now I've got the pudding mixture. We're gonna put that in just on top of the Oreos here. So this is not gonna be too hard to pipe out. You just wanna fill it there. You want to get like a nice even layer. We're gonna kind of smush it down a little bit in there. And I'm just gonna put just a few little pieces of Oreo here. We don't want anything really too crazy because we've already got a bunch of Oreos in that cake. So now I'm gonna take the jam and we're just gonna put like Just a little bit. This does not need to be, oh my gosh, oh no, oh no. Okay, well, the jam is jammed. Okay, okay, there we go. Who wants a big bite of jam? Who wants a big, no one does. No one wants that, no one. So, okay, next layer. Oh. And we're gonna push down significantly here. Make sure your hands are clean because like gross. So honestly, you could probably stop here and that would be really good, but I'm not that person, and we're gonna keep going. And I love to bake. I don't love having sticky stuff on my hands. And, oh, wow, that's a tall little beauty. Okay, wowee, that is really tall. Okay, just gonna take a clean offset spatula and we're gonna seal it shut. Seal in all of the secrets into this cake. Secrets. Like if some of your buttercream is like not reaching the edge, you can like add more. You can see in places like right here, we need some more buttercream to lock the doors of the secret chambers of the cake. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna use the bench scraper and really smooth it down on the sides. Now for your bench scraper, you're gonna hold it at like a 45-degree angle. If you don't know what that means, just Google it. Grab your turntable, firmly grasp it, and slowly and precisely rotate it, and done. Okay, there we go. Woo! She looks so beautiful. I really didn't think much about how I'm gonna decorate this one. I was just honestly thinking that it was just gonna be a huge mess and all gonna just like explode out of the cake. And like I wasn't even gonna get this far, so I'm gonna have to think on this one. We're gonna pop this little beauty into the fridge while Mama thinks on how we're gonna decorate it. So I figured it out. We're gonna do some buttercream plumes on the top with some little Oreos sticking up in between them, finished with some little strawberry halves on top of that. What am I doing with this hand? And just to recap, with this specific cake, this is a strawberry lush layer cake. This is part 1 of 3 of my pudding in it, cakes with pudding in it. I can't even remember this dumb title that I came up with. And I've got 2 more cakes with pudding in it on the way. We're gonna do a banana pudding cake, banana pudding upside down cake, and the classic Oreo dirt cake layer cake. However you want to say all the cake and the pudding words together. This strawberry lush layer cake is built with my vanilla cake with crushed up golden Oreos inside, and on each layer I did a golden Oreo crust on the top. Then we do a circle of buttercream, a dam of stiff buttercream to hold in all of the fillings. We have the bottom layer of the pudding filling with vanilla pudding, cream cheese, Cool Whip, and heavy cream and some powdered sugar. And then we have a few more crunched up golden Oreos, but not too many. And then we have a layer of strawberry jam, and then another layer of cake. And we have just a very thin layer of buttercream around the outside here to hold it all together. Now I'm just gonna finish up with some very minimal decorations. I really want the flavors of this cake to come through, so I don't want it to get all weighed down with buttercream and all these thick layers of buttercream like I normally have. This is a super simple technique. I'm using a 1M tip. Come on, autofocus. Focus! It's not gonna do it. It's like one of the most popular tips. Just Google 1M. I have them linked in my Amazon shop, which is linked below. You can shop all of the tools and products that you would need to make this cake and complete these decorations as such. This is my regular kind of consistency for buttercream. It's significantly softer than that thick buttercream that I had for the layers here to hold up the layers. We're just going to start with 6 little dollops here around the top of the cake. These are going to be used to place our Oreos and hold them up. So I've just got 6 little dots here. This is so easy. Anybody, any beginner, anyone can do this decoration technique. So you're just taking your Oreos, standing them straight up and down so they are perpendicular. That's a word that I know. On top of your cake, like such, okay? Super easy, super easy. And you really don't need a ton of buttercream to hold these here because we're gonna put some more swirly, whirly dirls here in the in between them to hold them up. Swirl number 1. And if you want, I could do a separate video all about how to do these little swirls if you want. So let me know in the comments if you want to see videos about like piping techniques, things like that. It's like she's wearing a crown. Oh my gosh. Strawberry jewels. You could put these on here however you want. I really don't have like a way that I was planning on doing it. And now I'm nervous about it. So, oh my gosh, okay. Wow, oh my gosh, she's the most beautiful. I gotta take pictures of it. Then we'll cut her open. All right, so we are finishing up here. I am about to cut into this little beauty and we're gonna see what she looks like on the inside. You're just so beautiful. All right, so I've got my cutting board here ready to catch this first piece. I'm just gonna go ahead and take these off, but I just put them on. Ah, yes, beautiful. This looks so good. All right, so there you have it. We have our strawberry lush layer cake in the books. Be sure to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next 2 cakes with pudding in it.